Hey guys, hope y'all are doing good. Got myself a couple plants today. I heard these, what are these plants called? Split leaf plants. They have these broad leaves and they're supposed to be good at purifying the air inside your home. So I want to try that. There's this other plant that I'm really good at taking care of because it doesn't need a lot. I don't know what it's called. I think it starts with a P. And they're kind of green. They're green leaves and they have like a little white on them, and they just can grow like crazy. I love those plants. But because I have like some things in mind as far as future travels, I was like, I really didn't want to invest in getting that and then have to give it up. These plants, I would not want to give them up either, but I definitely have more of an attachment to those plants that really grow, like overflow and grow like that, because I just, you want to keep those because you could repot them and start them in something else. So I want to wait until I'm settled where I'm planning on being until I invest in those plants. So I remember when I used to go out to the club, I always had somebody that I would go with. I didn't go with like a bunch of girls all the time. I went sometimes when I was going with we went out as a group, but I had like this one partner that I just loved going out with her. She was just so fun. Like we were so much alike. And anyway, so a few times we've gone out together. There have been somebody and we go out with someone else or other people. There's this one person that loved to go out, but she never had any money. Or she didn't have any money. Because she literally be trying to get some of our drinks. Like, what are you talking about? You gonna sip out my drink? Come on, stop. But so she liked to go out and she didn't have no money. As a matter of fact, when we were going to the club, we would just be getting up to get ready at like 10 p.m., 11 p.m. to go out. Try to get me to go out anywhere right now. 10, 11, I am sleeping. But back then, I had all the energy, guys. And so, 10, 11, she's like, she has to get in before the cover charge. She didn't want to pay. Because they had it where ladies get in for free before whatever time. So she'll be in there early, want to get in there early. So we're like, oh my God. So we try to accommodate her. Went there with her. One time we went out and it was just so lame to just be in there all that time. So early. Oh. So she was like that. So the next time she wanted to go out with us, we were like, look, we'll meet you later. We'll catch up with you later. But she had to get in early because she didn't want to pay to get in. And then when we got in, we get there. She was waiting on us to come to buy drinks so she can get some drinks. Or she have some guys buying her drink. But I remember clearly once she wanted to share my drink. And I was like, no. What are you talking about? We don't share drinks. This is not a pizza. So, where am I going with this? I'm actually going somewhere. She liked to go out, but she didn't have any money. And so, with her not being able to have any money, or not having any money to go out, but still want to go out, she would be sort of like an inconvenience to everybody else. Because there's an expectation that because, we have money, we're going to cover her and we're going to take care of her. But we didn't know her like that. That's number one. And, if we're friends, as good friends and things like that, yeah, we'll look out for each other, But she was not one of our good friends. She was someone that we come to figure she doesn't want to go out with us because she knows that we had money and, she can pull a few shenanigans and maybe we'll buy her a drink or something like that. She depended on other people to take care of her. And so there's a lesson to learn about that. Sometimes, as I'm still talking about dating in Christianity, you have to kind of look at where you are. Are you in a position to be with someone to date. Because sometimes now people are not really looking for anything long term. They are just up for anything at the moment, and they just want somebody to kick it with, or somebody to use for their needs, whether it's sexual, emotional, or financial. They have nothing to offer, but they want to be dating people. Sometimes people know they're never going to get married. They're not a committed person, but they just want somebody to waste time with or to lay with, pretending that they want to be committed, pretending that they have their lives together, but they don't. Now, please understand, I'm not saying that you have to have all this money and you have to be driving the latest and the greatest. I'm not saying that. You can really enjoy simple things with someone. But I feel like when you're talking about the future with a person, you have to kind of look at yourself and say, can I be with another person? Do I have anything that I could bring to the table? Guys, I know that things can happen with people in their lives. Things happen post-divorce. Someone took advantage of you. You help somebody with something financially and they jack up your credit. They jack up things in your life. You may get your car repossessed because you're trying to help somebody. You may have signed up being a kind person, helping someone, and they do you wrong. So it messes you up, okay? And you may lose things in your home, lose your property because you're helping somebody, and now you're paying all the debts off by yourself. So I would say, really, even sometimes a person, they may have some things that happen with them financially. You shouldn't really judge a person by that and say, oh, this person is irresponsible. No, sometimes things happen to people. But what's important is, are you in a place where you are trying to do better and to improve those things? There are people that they don't try to improve themselves. It's like, okay, these things happen in your past. You weren't in a good position to do certain things. But now that you are you going back to those things to see what you can reconcile, what you can fix, what you can take your time and pay off? That's important. I also believe that with, men, if you're with a man and he wants to date you and he wants to be with you, he says so, but he's not in a position, let's say he has a car and he cannot afford to fix his car, but he's looking long term with you. This is just my opinion. It may be different. It's not about the car. I don't care what kind of car you drive. Whether you're driving a nice car or you're driving a car where the passenger side door doesn't open up. Some people, that's the best that they can do right now, but they're still driving. That's what you have to look at it. They still are driving. Are they taking care of it? Yes. But sometimes if someone is in a position where you can't afford to get the repair on your car, if you get into a car accident, you don't have any way to get the repairs done on the vehicle, or that man, you see that he'll drive around with a wrecked car because he cannot fix it. You have to wonder, and that is a sign to let you know if he cannot take care of himself, he's probably not in a position to be a husband or a provider, because he can't afford it. Maybe he'll be able to afford it later on, but depending on the age of the person, if this person's in their 20s or something like that, a person that's just starting out based on some things going on in their lives, when they're in that phase of, they have some things going on in their lives right now, and you see that they really can't provide for themselves, then you have to kind of think, not at how cute he is, but where he's at right now. And you may like him, but he needs to get to a place where he betters himself. Now, if you see him making efforts to better himself, then that's a plus. And he continues to do that. He's not trying to ask you for money and trying to get stuff from you. That's a plus. Because he's trying to do it. And you shouldn't look down on him, but allow that man to just get to that place he needs to be. But I don't think, or that woman, that's women too. I say men a lot. I'm sorry, I'm not one-sided, but women normally are trying to do the most with somebody that they can tell and see is not in a position to be committed, and they'll still be trying it. Okay? But men do it as well. You know, if you have to look at what she's doing, is what type of person is this? Is she coming to you trying to get everything from you? She expects you to, she's asking you to pay for her hair, her nails, make her car payment, do all these different things. There are women that's like that. First, they're going to tantalize you with sex and promises and pictures and seductive words. And then the next thing, they're telling you the sob story. They break out the violins about what's going on and who did what, and their business went through, and this fell through, and that happened, and you may feel as a man like, oh, well, I need to do this. She's not your wife. She's not your wife. You don't need to be providing for her like that. Paying for her nails, paying for her pedicure, manicure, paying for her hair, paying to buy bologna for her children. No, there's certain things that she needs to be able to provide and do for herself. If she can't do that, don't step in and start doing those things. When you're getting to know each other, you shouldn't have financial entanglements and financial ties. You don't want that. What can she bring to the table other than a pretty face, a big booty, pretty toes? There are lots of women that they bank on their beauty. They're banking on their looks. And that's it. She always has an issue, always has a problem, and you need to come in there and you're trying to help her, and she's driving your car or using your other car, or you're co-signing and you're doing this. Don't do that. She cannot do those things for herself. She's still in school. She's still doing whatever. Understandable, but let her grow. Let her be. Don't try to be with her and she has nothing to give you but stories and tears and moments of passion. You know what I mean? So, do you understand now how that ties into what I was saying about this lady that used to go out with us? She wanted to be around people who went out. She wanted to go out, but she did not put herself in a position where she can go out, enjoy herself, not make everybody uncomfortable, and not be dependent on everybody. She was comfortable being dependent. She was comfortable going around and asking guys to buy her drinks. She was comfortable wanting to sip out of our drinks. She was comfortable doing that. And it was like strange. Like, you don't even know me. You want to drink? I just come out with you from time to time. You want to drink out my cup? Wow. Nah. So, better yourself as best as you can. Do the things that you have control of. Work on the things that you're able to work on. And then God will help you do the rest. You don't have to be driving the best cars and having the best of everything. But do you have something? And do you take care of it? And are you doing the best that you can right now? And I believe that when a person is really doing that and really trying to be better, I honestly believe that's when God opens the doors and blesses them and gives them the increase. All right, guys. Tell me what you think about this one. Peace.